We're in the second week of our series as we're asking this question: what are 3 things that young people need to hear from adults? And this week, I want to ask this question: what if young people needed to hear that they mattered? Kara Powell writes in her book that we should be teaching young people that they have important leadership roles right now. And as she was writing about that and writing about handing keys over to younger people so that they can see that they matter to the church and matter to the church community early on, I found myself drifting back to this story in the book of Judges. It says that Joshua, who's at the end of his life, is getting to the end of the story of what he's going to be, and Moses had trained him up as a young man. But as he's coming close to passing away, he dismisses the people. And after they buried him, it says in verse 10, the whole generation that was around Joshua was gathered to their ancestors. In other words, they passed away. And another generation grew up after them who did not know the Lord or the work that God had done through Israel. Why is that so important? Why does that matter so much? Because Moses took the time to invest in another leader. But it seems as though Joshua and the leaders around him did not invest the time in passing on knowledge, information, wisdom, and leadership to a younger generation. So when they show up, they go, well, that was our parents' role. They ran the church. They taught people about God. I don't need to do that. And so often this is where faith breaks down. When we don't tell young people that they have a role right away and right now in leading and growing and sharing their faith, later on they think, well, that's not really my job. But this requires us to ask a really important question in our present day. Who are you investing in? Moses invested his life in Joshua so that Joshua would grow up in the faith. But Joshua didn't have the ability, the energy, whatever it was, didn't do what was needed to be done in order to invest in another generation. And so what happens is that people keep drifting away from where God is. I think too often we forget that when we begin to invest leadership ability, when we begin to allow people who think to themselves, I'm not ready for that role, to say, I think you could teach young people. I think you could open the building today. I think you could be the person that we put our trust in. We give young people the opportunity to be able to see something in themselves that they wouldn't have seen otherwise. So let me ask, who's somebody who's a step or 2 behind you, or maybe 3 or 4, who you can invest your life in so that they can continue to see what God might be doing through them?